Changing it at all?
Don't see any change.
No change?
Maybe you go too fast, maybe.
No, because they've got it bypassed. Never mind. Typically, this is a demo model that they're doing the engineering group's working on. Typically, this is plugged into here.
Yeah, it goes on. Maybe that's
Typically, it plugs into here.
Yeah. Okay. Just
So that might
one
be good.
setting.
Now let's see what it does. No change?
Maybe the other side.
Nothing?
No.
Well, maybe they altered something in here and it's not going to work. But typically, that would be what changes the. This right here would change the brightness and the contrast of the front of the screen. I wish I had a different one in here. Obviously, they've got it bypassed. They must have done something for. The engineering group's always working on this to try to come up with better ideas to fix things. So. Alrighty. Next step on here was inspected the water bath. The bath should be free of cracks, leaks, deformations, or any other damage that may compromise. What we're talking about is actually the acrylic bath itself, making sure that all the lip is on it all the way around. Stress fractures tend to happen in the corners. And like I said, this right here, eventually this begins to bow outward. Right here. And when it bows out here, you start to get cracks in these areas right here. So you're looking for any kind of cracks you may see in it. The bath itself, in order to remove the bath, these feet right here come down. And as they come down, that allows this to come off of there. So if you loosen all of them all the way down, it should slide forward. When you move this out of the way, it'll slide out. And to put it back in is the reverse. And then you can bring this back up so that it meets the bottom of it. You want this to come up and compress against this foam seal right here. See the foam seal here? Sometimes this needs to be changed because it gets all worn and torn and.
So this one is generic for all bats?
Yes, for bats. This right here is threads upward or downward. That raises the bath up here. When it's empty like this, you can raise it up to one level and then fill this with water, and a lot of times it'll settle downward a little bit and you'll see a gap in here again, and that way you need to adjust them back up to where they meet this. You can over adjust these up too high, and what will happen is it'll push, it'll start to make the plate go upward, and you can actually change the pitch of the plate. So you got to bear in mind when you're leveling this that this can change the leveling of the vessel plate. Something to keep in mind. When this bath gets put in, there's a lip in the back here. You can't see it. You'd have to go down here and look. But in the back here, there's a lip back here that this plexiglass hits against. It needs to hit it, not go over it. It needs to be up against it.
Even if you have 1 meter and give us on parts, you can.
So we're gonna take it out?
Pull it out a little bit so you can see it.
Then the too far from the.
Doesn't have to come down very much, just far enough. That's out of the way, and then that slides forward. You see the lip back there? There's a lip right here that has to hit up against it. Right here.
This is my extension, right?
That ridge right here.
Yeah, okay.
Right here. It has to hit against this ridge right there.
Right, it has to touch it, right?
It has to go up against it, yes, and not over it. Sometimes you may get it to where it goes over it.
That black part.
Yes. And you don't want it to go over it, you want it to go up against it.
So you mentioned that you do something with a knife.
Well, that's if you had to ever take this foam off. In order to get this foam off, if you look at this one here, watch, I'll take it, I'll show you.
It doesn't
Yes,
have
that
to
right
be
there.
higher than.
No, it doesn't have to go over it. You want it to go
just
against it. And this foam right here, let me show you right here. See how it's double-sided tape? It's sticky right here. Okay? What it has paper on it, so you pull the backing off of it and you can stick it up against it. To take the old one off, you're probably going to have to get a knife and cut the old one off
Yeah, it's-
and scrape it and get all the old residue off as much as you can, and then simply stick this back up all the way around. Now, it doesn't have to go on it very tight, this here. This has to go up against it. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make it, not completely seal it, but you want to try and block out as much air coming out of there so that you can stop the evaporation process. That's all that's really there for. And putting it back on is in reverse. Just raise them all back up.
Yeah, but no, it's not okay still. It's not positioned.
It's not in the middle, right? Push it all the way to,
It has to go all the way in.
good, that's okay.